Hey, I'm Dan.
And I'm Shay.
And you're watching Just the Right Kind of Crazy.
Exclusively on Country Deep.
When it came time to put a full band together, Shay and I had been playing acoustic for a while, and all right, we got to play full band now. We're like, well, who do we get in the band? You know, we didn't want to hold auditions or anything.
We were like, man, we got to get this band together, and we were just like, well, we got a few guys, so we pretty much put a group of our best friends together.
Like you, shades all spinning in the summer rain, dancing when there ain't no music, just the right kind of crazy, but baby, something about you, rocking that rock and roll t-shirt.
So Dustin and I have known each other since about second or third grade. We grew up playing sports together, and whenever we got guitars, we were kind of rebelling, and we didn't want to play sports anymore. And we were like, all right, we're gonna play music. And he got a bass, and I got a guitar, and you know, Dustin and I have stayed close friends for years and years. And when it came time to find a bass player for the band, we're like, this is the guy.
He's very entertaining.
He is very entertaining. He's a character.
He's one of the craziest guys that I've ever met. And Dan, before I ever met him, he's like, dude, you're gonna love Dustin. And little did I know what I was getting myself into becoming friends with Dustin. But
he's one of the greatest dancers the world's ever seen.
Yes, he
he's
is.
Not shy. He also dances on stage during our shows, so that's cool.
Pretty epic, I'll be honest. So I met Justin, our guitar player, the night that Dan and I met. And it was crazy. We were all just kind of hanging out, as a story we've told a million times. I knew, Justin was a great guitar player, just a really nice guy. And Dan had actually known him for a while, but that was kind of cool that he had been there. He was there since the beginning.
Yeah, I met Justin a while ago. I mean, I had been playing in bands, and we played shows together for years and years since we were like 17 years old. And Justin was in a band with our drummer, Andrew. And my band before, Dan and Shay, had toured with those guys, and we became really close on the road, and it was a funny tour. Nobody showed up to the shows. We were all hanging out in empty clubs, playing for a bartender and a bouncer. And, we became buddies throughout that, and those guys moved to Nashville, and when we needed a guitar player and a drummer, they were the perfect guys. They had cool tattoos, they had cool haircuts, and I mean, that's pretty much all they needed, and they were in the band.
They were in the band.
So Chase Bennett, the old boy, at Chase Audio on Twitter, he's probably the hardest working person I've ever known in my entire life. Chase has just been absolutely incredible. He's always working. He's working till about 4 in the morning, then he's up at 5, trying to get the bus parked in a place that it's probably impossible to park a bus.
It's just been nice having him out there. I feel like he knows about everything. You ask him a question like, hey man, what kind of wood is this? He'd probably tell you the backstory.
Oh, that's cedar. It'll burn nicely in a winter night.
Yeah, Chase is definitely, like you said, one of the hardest workers that I've ever seen, and he definitely keeps us on track, and all my trust is in Chase Bennett. I would definitely bet my bottom dollar on him.
Say, old boy.
Say. It's really important for us to have people that we care about on the road and that we trust.
It was awesome to be able to put those guys all together, and luckily, hopefully it sounds good out there,
It's one thing to be able to play with somebody and sound good, obviously, on stage, but when you step off the stage, I would say 90% of your time is spent with those guys not playing music. So it's been nice to have people that we really love to hang out with. Yeah, it's pretty awesome having our friends out on the road, too.
On the next, Just the Right Kind of Crazy. So my typical day starts around 8 or 8:30 a.m. I'll wake up.
I usually wake up around 10:30 is kind of early.
Nothing like you, shades all spinning in the summer.